Welcome to A Feminine Conversation, a space where I speak with women from many diverse backgrounds to learn about their experiences in life and how they have shaped themselves and the influence of diversity on their lives today. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge that I am on Dja Dja Wurrung Country and I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging and acknowledge their strong traditions and connections to storytelling. Today's guest is Breanne Peters, who is an incredible friend of mine, a musician and powerful young woman. We put out a song together. It's called Empress, shameless plug, go listen on Spotify. And I'm very, very excited to be chatting to her about her culture and her music. Hi, everybody. I'm here with Bree. How about you introduce yourself?
Hello. Hi, ko merka tere te merka, ko raku huri te awa, ko tua huriri te takata, ko tua hiwi te marae, ko mahanui te tuarua o te wharanui, ko kaitua huriri te hapu, ko kaitahu te iwi, ko Breanne Peters tōku ingoa. I'm Breanne Peters, I'm 18 years of age now. And I'm from Southeast Melbourne. Yeah.
Hey. So, how did we meet? We met when our schools did an arts day.
Yeah.
Back in year 9.
Yeah, so long ago.
So long ago. And we've seen each other twice.
Probably, yeah, twice.
Twice.
Oh yeah, twice.
Since then, we wrote a song. You write music.
Yeah.
You write amazing music.
And you do too.
So how did you begin your journey as a musician?
Well, my dad was looking for guitar lessons.
Yeah.
And he came across like a teacher who specialized in children. So at the time I was 3, so dad just put me into classical guitar lessons. And then shortly after that, classical piano. But my parents always wanted me to have like some sort of passion. Whether it was like music or arts or sports or anything like that, they wanted me to have something that I was passionate about growing up. So ended up being music.
And here you are today. How do you think your culture and your background has how do you think that's influenced your art or your music?
So growing up, a lot of my culture was absent. I only really knew like the All Blacks haka, which is so like the tip of the iceberg. But I mean, I grew up like thinking Maori weren't good people, like they were like druggers and like drunk people and didn't want to work hard at stuff and didn't graduate high school, all these stereotypes, and it kind of just turned me away. Like I wanted nothing to do with that. Plus I was a child and there was no culture. Like I knew nothing. There was no one that knew how to like speak. My grandparents were forced not to, their parents were forced not to. My mom just didn't grow up with any of that. So it was really hard to find something, but I wasn't looking for it. That's the thing. I wanted to go the other way. Didn't want anything to do with it. And then we went on a trip to New Zealand, which I wasn't excited about. Not because of like holidays stuff. Like I was excited about the holiday, but not the culture stuff. Like I didn't want anything to do with it. But when I saw it, like as soon as I stepped onto the land, I can't even explain what happened. It was just this huge flow and wave of like energy. And it was just kind of this click. I like to see it as like an ancestor's calling. But that was the moment where I knew I had to take this journey and go deeper into it. Because I literally couldn't even say hello in my language. No one in my family knew how to do that. So that was the moment where my culture started being an influence in my art. And that was in 2018, 19. I think the same year I met you. And and that first trip when we came back, all I wanted to do was find my culture. So my mum put me into kapa haka, which is like a cultural dance group. And that was literally the doorway to everything that's opened up for me. So yeah, the way my culture has influenced my art has been just that journey of finding all these things that I didn't know existed, and the passion, my passion to keep it alive, and to keep it through our generations, and to keep it thriving. So yeah, in my art, what I aim to do is to just use as much as I can of my culture, try and have as many cultural influences as I can to just breathe life into these different things that we're slowly quickly dying. But so I use a lot of my language in my music, and our instruments as well. But there's still so much to learn.
What has your favorite opportunity that has come from, reconnecting with your culture been? Like, what's your favorite thing that's happened?
It'd definitely have to be that time I did the anthem in Amy Park. That time there, I could not sing. Like, I really consider myself a singer like 2 years ago, because before then I had such bad habits, and like I could not sing. I just had this terrible tone. So I had no control of my voice either. So I wish I could sing like back then. I wish I could do it all over again, because it'd be so much better now. But honestly, like that was one of the like most proudest moments of my life, because I when I was there, like when I was standing on the ground singing, I was just thinking like, what would I be doing if I had not have gotten that rush of energy from my ancestors? Like, what would I be doing? Because this is insane. Like that was insane.
Totally.
Never in my life would I thought I would be performing at Amy Park on TV and all of this stuff. But
that's insane.
It ended up happening, and that just one of the most proudest moments.
Yeah, that's so cool. You have like, when you connect with where you come from, it's like so crazy to see all these things that just start happening. And it's like,
exactly.
What the heck?
No, I've got to do so much reflection sometimes, because it's a lot to like take in.
Was it easy or difficult to connect with where you came from, or with people that came from the same area as you? Was that easy? Was it hard? How did you go about it?
I mean, growing up it was really hard, but also I didn't want anything to do with it. But then when I found that door, everything just started flooding in. It was like just this massive flood of opportunity. So once I found it, it was super easy. But everything up to that was really, really hard.
It's weird also when you like stop yourself from doing those things, and then you look back and you're like, well, that was a bit dumb. Like
that was really dumb.
I could have been doing like so much more stuff than what I was doing back then. Like, it's so weird.
Exactly.
Like, even with me with this, like I literally found an ad for this commission on Facebook. And
exactly.
I just like filled out the form on a whim, and then they were like, yeah, sure. I was like, okay, that's insane.
I mean, like sometimes these opportunities just like pop up, and you feel like you need to do it,
It's so weird. Ooh, I want to know this. What was the first song that you wrote that you knew there was something special in it?
Because
I feel like you write songs and you're like, well, that was trash, and then you find like one, and then you're like, oh, that's actually like good. We don't give ourselves enough credit, but like, when did you know?
Exactly. It's definitely not a good song now that I look back at it, but I think I must have been in year 7 or year 6. I think I was in year 6 or year 7. And this sounds really, really strange, but like we had to write a German play, and like our idea was to do some time machine thing, and it was all in German, right? But I wrote this song for it, and it wasn't in German, but yeah, it was about a time machine. But the song was about like wanting to go in like any other time that you're in, because you're afraid of like people's perceptions of you, and you don't want to reveal yourself because you feel like you're too different for this time or whatever. And but writing that song, I reckon I wrote that song in like 5 minutes, because I was just in a flow state, and like it's not a good song, but being in that flow state, like just writing that song in such a short amount of time, it was a long song too. That was like the moment of shift where I was like, whoa, like what happened? Because usually like every time I'd write a song up to there, I'd have to like really map it out and think about every single line and every chord and every melody note. But this song, it kind of just flowed. And that was when I was like, that was pretty cool, I want to do that again. But like be in that flow state. But I think the song that clicked the most, that's, I guess I could say is a good song. Like, I don't like saying my songs are good because I don't know, that just doesn't feel right for me.
I know, you feel like, self-indulgent when you say that you're
like I don't like but the first one I ever released, which is Haidonga Whakamoa, that came to me when I was in a meditation. This is going to sound strange as well. I was in a meditation, and this was, I think, like a couple nights after I went to Solomon Atafa Ulangaki's funeral, who's 15-year-old boy that passed away in Deer Park like years ago. But I went to his funeral, and seeing the energy and the love from his family. I guess it inspired me, but I was in a meditation a few days after, just to release some of that energy that I took with me from the funeral. And when I was in that, I just received this song. I feel like it's a gift from my ancestors. I couldn't, I still can't speak fluent Maori, and that song came to me in Maori, and I just wrote like all the lyrics down, and recorded the whole song on voice memos whenever it was coming to me. And I had no idea what it meant. I could pick out like words like wairua, like energy, and tupuna, like ancestors and things like that. But I had no idea what the song meant. So I took it to one of the uncles, and he translated it for me. And it was about releasing a past loved one. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. Like I just received this. I have no idea what it means, and it's literally about what I was meditating about. So
that's so cool.
That was the song that another one of those click moments where you just in that flow state, you have no idea what's going on, but it's going on.
How many songs have you released? 4, 5?
Four, like 6. Two of those are collaborations, but 4 like solos.
4 single ones. I feel like we should go through kind of what each one means.
For sure.
I feel like could be cool, because I want to know.
That'd be cool.
And I was like there for all of them.
So the first one, Haidonga Whakamoa, translates to like journey forward, moving forward. It is about releasing a past loved one, but also remembering their impact on the world and on you and on their family. That's a song I feel I connect to like in my heart. But I really want to record that again, because I do not like the way I recorded it. I want to record that again because band, we need band. We need some full texture in there. It's full kind sound. Of flat at the moment. So but that's that one. And then what's another one? Point of View Mama is about that's about it's really short, but it's from the perspective of a mum and looking at her son and her daughter or her children, wondering why they're not connected to her, or wondering why they're doing things that they're not proud of. That's looking through the perspective of a mom at her children, not in disappointment, but questioning, like, what did I do wrong? Why are you doing these things, anyways? But that's another song where the lyrics, I mean, that they tell a really emotional story, but the part in there that I feel like shares the most emotion is the harmonies where it builds up. I'll go on to the next song. What's the next one? Okay. So that's Point of View Mama. Ngā kako no o te onepu. Onepu. I can't even pronounce my own song. Look at me. That is about making changes. I literally wrote that song for a VCE music thing.
Oh, really?
But I didn't do the Māori part. I did. I submitted the song without the Māori part, but then we ended up recording it and I added that little thing in. But that was the first song where I wrote that, because I wrote that like way before I wrote Haerenga Whakamua. But that was the first song where I used Māori in my lyrics. And I also used a pumuana, which is like what's it called in English? A big shell. What's it called? Conch shell. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go listen.
Yeah.
So then you know what we're talking about.
Go listen to it. But that. Actually, you know how that came about? One of my friends from my old schools asked me to write, because she needed help with writing a song about like world problems, like climate change, and all those different things. So I wrote this verse to help her out, but she never ended up using it. And then I went back to it like a year later. I was like, this is kind of cool. So I just kept adding to it. And that's how it came about. And then cool. I was introduced to like Māori stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, why not add a Māori verse? So the Māori verse, that is so interesting as well. It's it doesn't translate, because it's supposed to translate one of the verses, but it doesn't quite. That's the thing I love about Māori language. It doesn't translate exactly. It has all this other, it's so like so much deeper, our language. But that talks about how the disconnect from what we call Pākehā, which is, a lot of people like to translate it as white person, but it's not white person. It's like I don't see it as that anyways. I see it as like the breath of a different person, just someone that's like not Māori. So that verse is about the disconnect. Facts or fiction? Oh my gosh, yes. That song is about
forget what your songs are about.
I gotta remember how it goes. No. That song is about deception and perception and truth of people and not opinions, but how they differentiate, like because someone's truth can be completely opposite to someone else's truth, but they're they're still truth. And that's also, I really need to remember these words, because like I have no idea what the words are. I'm trying to remember. This is talking about how the manipulation of people who are driven by money and lies for money I like to relate this back to colonization.
Yeah.
That forced, who forced people that didn't agree with what they intended to do and things, who forced them to go against their cultural beliefs and just overall like overlook on different things. And then it talks about how there's this moment where people, I like to think of it as like my ancestors, reflect on how there may be no more Maori generations after them, like there may be no more descendants. But also I do like to relate it to like today, where where like different beliefs are considered as unworthy, but not that, but people with those beliefs are considered as unworthy. That's what I'm thinking. And it just continues to talk about how truth is always the right way, even if it's not your truth. There's still others, there's still other truths. I feel like I'm really not presenting what this is about.
But if you listen, you'll get it.
If you listen, you'll get it. I want to see another 300 listens with the next month. Okay,
more streams. Make 2 cents.
Exactly. I want to make 2 cents here.
Ulterior motives.
The song just keeps talking about how there's just the verge of extinction of culture and language and people. But then this amazing thing happens where not everyone dies.
Great.
At the end though, it says, "I stand here with intentions of greatness for the world to be one." That represents me and my respect for my ancestors and just respect for what they went through and everything they did for me to be able to be here. That line, just I like to think of it as me doing everything I can to continue their hard work and efforts. So
that's so cool.
Let's talk about Empress.
Oh my god, you go. Yes. No, okay, let's talk about our song. Actually, I take it back.
Okay, let's do it.
We wrote our song last year in quarantine. We were in lockdown.
All over FaceTime.
It was pretty much. Hey, you came up with the chords. I think I still have that voice memo somewhere. Honestly,
I still have the OG on GarageBand because back then I didn't have Ableton, so like I was doing everything on GarageBand and it sounds so bad.
It was like those 80s so weird, like
like synths,
weird synth stuff.
Those weird
it was
808s.
So weird.
Oh my gosh,
it was so weird.
But like the chords were cool, and I loved the chords.
Were cool. Yes.
Yeah. Like they sounded trash, but the chords were really cool.
Oh my god, I remember that. Yeah, and then we did like a Word document or like a Google Doc, like dump of things that we wanted to write about. And then you were like, let me shuffle this tarot deck. Bang, 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 bang. And then guess what card falls out?
The Empress.
And then we were like, oh, this is so cool. And then we just wrote it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't finish it. We nearly finished.
But we were really close to it.
We were very close. What did we write? Wait, no, literally we only wrote verses. We only wrote verses, and then we wrote the pre-chorus, the chorus, and the bridge on the same day we recorded it.
Yeah.
That's the story.
As we were recording. Yeah. But so it was really good. It was so quick.
It was so quick.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to find like people that you write with that it goes so quick like that.
Yeah, that you just click with and it just
otherwise flies, it's like
everything
awkward.
Fits. Yeah, I know.
And then you just sit there and you're like,
like, what do we run about?
Yeah. It was so quick.
Yeah.
And then we must have looked so stupid shooting the cover though. Because I'll explain this because it's so funny. Now that I think about it, we looked so stupid. So
I know.
Laid a sheet on the ground and put like, you know, atmospheric decoration stuff on the ground.
Yeah.
And like we bought like crowns from the reject shop and stuff. You know, fit the theme. And Bree's dad was supposed to help us take some photos, but I think he was stuck at work.
He was at work.
Like, running late. Yeah. And then we were like, oh. So then when you put the camera like face,
I put it on the mic stand.
Inside the mic stand.
Like inside the, like because it's a condenser mic, so I put the lens in like the circle of the condenser mic. And I just prayed it wouldn't fall off.
It was so scary. And then I'd like lie on the ground.
Couldn't figure out the timer.
Oh, it was so bad. And then you'd like be like, move over to the left. No, like up a bit. And then you would like stand on a stool, press the timer, run down, like scream, like flop next to me, and then we'd try and take
get my tiara on, fix my necklaces. Oh my gosh!
In like
hold
10
my
seconds.
Rose.
Oh my gosh, the rose. True.
Yeah, in 10 seconds.
And it was
like we only got one good photo because all
literally
the others
one.
Were like, oh my gosh, my neck looks weird here. Oh, my arms too elongated here.
And it took so long, but we got the shot.
It took forever, but we got it.
We got it in the end.
It's a good shot too. It's a good shot.
It was good. It was fun. And I think like writing a song for, well, it's not really just for women, but for like feminine energy. Yeah, and empowerment. I think it's so cool. Because usually I'm like so depressed. Like I just write sad songs all the time about, I don't know, things that aren't as meaningful.
Yeah, exactly.
Like not to say that like love isn't meaningful or like, I don't know, you know, because usually it's just, you know, teenagers are sad and we write about those types of things. So I find it like so intriguing when, you know, someone like you writes about like issues that are so complex, you know? Like I find it so astounding.
I think that I don't want to write songs about like personal experience. I feel like there's just a lot of that, and even though like there's so many beautiful personal experience songs, and, like, most of them are beautiful, but I feel like people just overload with that, and it does get you in a space. I always get in a dark space when I listen to things like that. But so I try my best to challenge myself and write about things that aren't about normal things. But
not
I feel like
about not normal singer-songwriter things.
Exactly.
Even though you are a singer-songwriter.
But writing about like empowerment and support and these different world issues and like stories. I feel like that just connects on a different level, not like deeper or like higher level, but like just different. And
absolutely.
I feel like people like to connect with that.
And I think people find it so like so interesting to be like, oh, this person's like not writing about heartbreak and and I don't know, falling in love, depression, or whatever. Sad things. Like they're writing about, you know, bigger things than that. Even though like those things is like the part of the human experience, you know, falling in love, getting heartbroken, etc.
Exactly. As a songwriter though, I feel like because I do write about those things. I just don't release them or like let anyone hear them. Because like as a musician and as a songwriter, it's good to get that out in song. If that's your way of coping and like just refreshing your mentality. But I don't like to release those songs. I feel like they're too personal for I don't want like 50,000 people listening to that. Even though 50,000 people don't listen to like my music.
You have a good memory. Like, hold on. We have about the same amount of people listening to our music. Which is pretty dope.
It's pretty sick.
It's so weird to like have your own like Spotify profile. Just like, oh, look, that's me. It's so weird. Support local artists, everybody. If there's anything you can take away from that, it's
probably
that.
for artists. Yeah. We need support because, like, I don't know if anyone else knows this, but Spotify gives you like 0.005 cents a play. So
probably like 0.00001 at this point. Like, it's going down.
It's really small, and it's not worth anything.
I think my friend did like one of those things on the internet that analyzes streams, and I think it's like 1 million streams is like $1,000, probably less. Yeah, less than that.
Yeah,
it's so sad.
It's really hard. Yeah, but yeah, with your local artists and things, please support them because they can't trust like Spotify to make the money or. I mean, like being a young artist these days is so difficult.
It's so hard.
Yeah, support so your
many
people.
Yeah, go to gigs because live gigs are back, which is so nice.
Yeah.
I have missed seeing real people performing music in person.
Yeah, I've been just watching those like Tiny Desk concerts. Like,
I love Tiny Desk.
Me too. But
healed my soul. Not in
real life.
Not enough.
It's so much better.
it's so much better. And I think like I don't know, just helping people out at times like these is so important because
exactly.
You don't know who needs it, and be nice to people.
Please.
And artists, don't trash on the music, please, because that's really sad. When people do that and you're like, ouch. I've had that yet, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's only said good things about our song, which is nice. I was talking to someone today. Wait, let me get the text up because she said it in such a cute way. She listened to our song. And
sick.
She was like, oh my God, Siri. What did she say? Where is it? I literally can't find it. My mom, she said it's like something along the lines of like you're sitting on a bed and like the window is open and like the sunbeams are like hitting you. And I was like, that's so cute.
That is.
I
love like hearing people's perceptions of like our music.
Yeah.
And like just music in general, like because everyone's so different. And it's in different ways, and it's just amazing to like hear that.
That's the beautiful thing about music, hey?
Yeah. You know what I struggle with thinking about? It's like thinking about space, like how it expands. How like music, like it just keeps being created.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense to me. How can you not exactly duplicate something? It's insane.
It's so weird. Yeah. And it's like, you know, there are only so many strings on a guitar, so many different chords, so many different like keys on the piano. Like,
exactly.
And everyone just
there's all of these different combinations
making
and like
stuff.
Yeah. It just freaks me out.
It's so weird. Yeah, that's true. I don't think I've ever thought about that. It like that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And also like when you put out stuff, you realize how like tight the creative community is as well. Like it's not that big.
Yeah.
Like it's
exactly.
big. It feels big.
Like it's big,
when you're not in it.
It
is big, but it's really tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's like the thing with a lot of different communities like that. You know, like visual artists and dancers and you know, different things like that. I don't know. Each kind of sub group of artists has their own community. Yeah. And then even within that there's like different communities within the big one as well.
Yeah.
It's so weird when you're like in it and you're like, whoa, actually I know this person and this person and this person, like, and this person and I have like mutual friends or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And you can connect with so many people and everyone's different. That's the cool thing. Yeah,
exactly. And that's what's fun about meeting new artists and people who make music, and not just music, but you know, different art forms as well.
It's art. Yeah.
And that's what I'm excited for this year, because I'm moving to the big city of Melbourne.
Let's go.
For the uni, for the tertiary education, so I can be even more in debt. Let's go. You know, and I've already met so many cool people. It's gonna be fun. I literally
sick.
had an interview for Collarts, like the uni. It's like it's like one of those. I think it's a private uni, and they do like contemporary music and stuff. I like so nearly considered changing my preferences to go there. I was so close.
Really?
But it was like so far away from where I live, so I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Also where I would be living in Melbourne anyway. So I was like, oh, I don't know. But they were really cool. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But now I'm a classical degree for 3 years, and we'll see what happens. But it'll be good. And there's a lot of people, like, even in my degree, who make music anyway, who are classical musicians, but they do contemporary.
Yeah. No, that's
like
so cool.
It's like a good, you would know this, like a good foundation, like classical.
Yeah.
To like
it's so
get
good.
a grip of all the things that you'll need to write contemporary songs. Like all the theory and stuff. I hate music theory, but it like helps me
but it's
so
so
much.
helpful.
It's so helpful to make like cooler songs with different sounds. It's so important. Like I didn't realize that either. Because a lot of people, I've just like been teaching. I started teaching contemporary piano, and I was like, this is so weird. Like when you start teaching it, you like incorporate all these different like elements from classical into the contemporary, and you're like, wow, that's so weird. Like the influence, and the tools that you need to take from classical to contemporary. I know they're so different. They're so different, but that's what's so cool about it. Because we both, we do both, except when you injured yourself. Because you like did more of a classical at school with guitar.
I did classical and jazz guitar. I think though I just didn't become passionate anymore about classical music. I feel like just that journey with culture that happened with me, it just gave me this new whole outlook on music and how you don't need to know everything, although it is really good. Sometimes I wish I could just block it all out and just play what I feel, which I do, but that's where I think jazz is really good, because there's like no rules and there's so much space. I still do love classical guitar. I think it's so relaxing, and it's really good it feels really cool to play classical guitar. But I think my passion for that did diminish a bit. But it's okay. It's okay.
It's like a different trajectory. Like for me, I completely burnt out preparing for uni auditions. I was so stressed because I hadn't finished properly my pieces yet, and I was like, oh my god. So I like practiced so much, and then by the end I was like, I am so over this. And so I literally haven't like properly practiced for like 3 months. So when I go back to uni, like everyone's gonna be so much better than me.
That's the thing, like for me, but like for me, music is always meant to be fun. Like if there's something that's not fun about it, I'm not going to connect with it. That's where I think I struggled, because VCAS is an amazing school and I'm so grateful that I went there. But the demand for I think it wasn't their demand from me. It was my expectation of their expectation of me. I feel like I had to be so much better. There was just this whole unrealistic vision of myself that I really wanted to be, but I think that just consumed me. I kept eating up myself for it. Which is what I do think contributed to that decline in passion. My own expectations just consuming me. But you can't be hard on yourself, especially when you play classical music, because, like people love there's lots of people that love when you play everything on the page exactly how it's written. But there's also people that love how you play a piece and you interpret it. Like I heard Derek Gripper play what was it? It was the Bach oh my gosh, what was it called? I literally haven't done anything like to do with anything classical for like months. What's it called? I used to play it. Oh, just this famous Bach song. He played it in African style, like traditional African style.
That's
and
so
it was
cool.
so sick. His name's Derek Gripper.
Yeah.
But that was so sick. Like I'd love to play classical music like that.
Yeah,
But I'm not one that likes to play everything on the page for how it's written.
Yeah.
Although like it's good to see, like I learned that way because it's good to see what the composer wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
But after you learn what the composer wanted, it's good to add some of yourself in it.
Yeah, that's what makes it interesting, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It like makes you connect with it as well.
Yeah, and when there's like people, so many people playing the same piece, but it's so different.
Yeah.
Like it's that interpretation style, like the way that you put yourself in it, that makes it different every time when you play it.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Last question. I want to know, maybe other people want to know, what your plans are regarding music for the future or different things for the future. What are you planning?
Yeah. So at the moment, I'm actually about to. I just need to write one more song, but it's a series. It's like an EP that every song has to do with each element, like fire, water, wind.
Oh, that's so
earth.
cool. Yeah.
And each song includes like specific instruments that relate to that element.
Yeah.
And yeah, these songs I didn't like. I don't know how to explain it. Like I didn't write them. I mean, I wrote them, but I didn't write them. Like what I did with these songs is I literally just went in with my intention. I want to make a song about the air element.
Yeah.
I did all my recording. But what I did was I literally, well, for my air one, I started with a singing bowl. Who doesn't start with a singing bowl? Come on. It's like the best drone of all time. So I started with a singing bowl and I just added layers of different things. And that's just how the song came out. But I love recording like that because you don't know what you're doing. And it's so cool to hear like the outcome. But each of those songs, those songs are coming out. I want to say in like a month or two. I don't know. I need to write the fire one. So when that's done,
it's a long process for those who don't know. It's such a long process.
Yeah, no, I gotta mix it all, and then I gotta master it all. Send it off to someone to master. So, but after that, I'm actually working on a single with Velvet Bloom. She's helping me record and produce my music, and she's teaching me a lot about the music industry in Australia and how I can put my song out there and get people to actually listen to it. Emily.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. But no, that was an opportunity with Freezer from Frankston. They're like this youth group that supports young people, and they got this funding for a music production thing. So out of that comes like a music video and probably some merch, which I'm super excited about. I'm getting merch, like that's so insane. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna talk about it because I don't want to bleep it out. You know, I mean, we can. I can just like add a bleep over the top.
That would be sick.
It's the one that you wanted. I'm gonna bleep this out. It's the one that you wanted.
Heard it. Oh my gosh, you've heard it. Yeah.
It's the one that you wanted keys for, and then I never did because I was so busy.
Because it's in a different frequency. Yes. Like your piano can't tune to a different frequency. It's a piano. But that's that song.
True.
And that song I feel like is one of my best songs because when Velvet was
that one's so cool.
When she was going through it with me, she was teaching me all of these like different techniques on recording, and before she taught me those things, like I'm not sure if you remember the first recording I sent you, but it was like only one vocal line and then it built up in the bridge. But there was like, it was again just super flat, and I feel like it needed more dimension. I didn't know how to do it though. But she told me all these different things, and then when I finished that, I was like, whoa, this is sick.
All the harmonies.
Anyways. The harmonies just make it. yeah, so that's coming out. I'm recording that in March, on March 2nd and the 3rd. So it's pretty soon. So look out for that. It'll probably come out in April. Yeah, and then for the rest of the year, I really want to do a collaborative album, and I've already talked to you about this, but like I want every song to be a different person. Not so much for like the releasing and getting more views type of thing, but I want to do this to expose more people to music production. Like when I did that Empress with you, like that was the first time
that was my first thing ever.
Yeah, it was also mine because we put the mic. I mean, I put the mic around the wrong way for your vocals,
oh, is
and
that
it sounds
what
really
happened?
bad. Yeah, no, the mic is around the wrong way. It was such a dumb rookie mistake, but no one was there to guide me.
But now you know.
But it's good
for
to
the
make
next
these mistakes.
time.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't happen again. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, I want to do a whole collaborative album. And then I'm also working on my own album. I just got to add like another 7 songs, I think, like just more songs because at the moment it's like an EP, and I don't want it to be an EP. I want it to be a proper album. So I just got to add some more songs. The thing is though is that I write songs all the time, but I just feel like they're not right. Cohesive. Like they don't feel right to put on the thing. So but other than that, I'm doing a lot of youth work with our Aboriginal youth and our Pacifica youth. What else am I doing? I feel like a lot of what I'm doing this year is to be decided by the universe. I feel like I'm really wonky at the moment, still trying to find like where my balance is. But yeah, once I find it, I feel like this year will really, really go off. But I'm excited for the next few projects coming up. We got to do another project because Empress was so good. Yeah, and I know how to put the mic the right way now.
We can do it again properly now. The right way.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to do so much.
Yeah, and that's what's so
I'm also doing some video production stuff, so look out for that. You need to for the listeners, you'll need to go to Facebook, go to Tea Honey Productions, also Te Hononga o Ngā Iwi. Follow them, look out for our next couple of productions coming up. We've got some big plans for this year. So
that's so cool.
Also, Ngā Mātai Purua, they have a huge production coming. It's going to be sick.
That's so cool. I feel like you're so busy all the time. That's so, important. Do it. Yes. That's so exciting. Thank you. For being here with me.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to hear like everyone else and their stories.
Yes, it's very amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.